More and more millennials and also Gen Z are finding out that they were lied to. They feel they're being lied to in the area with school, getting degrees, etc. Let's go ahead and check this out.
They lied to all of us millennials and probably Gen Z, and most likely they're going to lie to Gen Alpha too. I remember them telling us, hey, you need to work hard, get good grades, and go to college. First of all, that's flawed a little bit because you can't go to college and get like a stupid degree like business or arts or like feminist studies. But you should go to college and get one of the STEM majors: science, technology, engineering, math. Become one of those and you'll be set. I did that. I got my engineering degree. Graduated college, worked really hard for 5 years, got my first degree or first job out of college. I got 4 offers, all of them for around 65 to 68K. First job, I'm working in the HVAC sector. Do you know how much the technicians make? They were making $65 an hour as a technician. And that's if they just work straight time. Know what else they got? Benefits. Really good dental, medical. They weren't paying extra for it either. On top of that, they also get a pension. Those guys are also the ones that I see that were able to buy houses. You know what I couldn't do? I couldn't buy a house. All the fields that actually make money once I finished college, unless you're in the high ups, we're all in the dirty jobs. Dirty jobs where it's all the money is at. And it's funny because my wife, she's Salvadorian, and she's like, yeah, we knew this already. I'm like, dang. Because growing up, you look at the plumbers, the contractors, all the construction workers as like dirty jobs, like they don't make good money. The roofers out here make $50 an hour. Roofing, HVAC, and electrical now make $80 an hour. That's $160,000 a year. And as an engineer, if you work for 5 to 10 years, if you stay at the same job, you're probably looking at $100K max.
Well, I would say you were half lied to. Let me say about why I say half. At one point in time in this country, that advice of getting a degree and that way you can have a great job, a great career, that was actually true for a very long time. But then you fast forward to this modern era where your degree is not really doing much. You get over $100,000 in student loan debt. And then when you get out, you can't even get a job making even $40,000, $50,000. Some of the degrees that you're getting. And then you look at the skilled trades as a man, you look at the skilled trades and you see these guys with skilled trades are making $80,000, $90,000, $100,000, $120,000, $130,000 a year with a skilled trade. And they did not have to have no student loan debt. Now, I've always said this. We have too many men these days that want to do jobs where they're inside the house or inside the office. Most of the time, men work outside. Men work with their hands. Now, you may say, well, Phil, you're inside. Yes. But Phil put in 22 years in the petrochemical industry outside. Okay? Many days of heat, rain, cold, wind, working nights, working days. Phil put all his time in. So I didn't go from 18 years old inside of an office, inside of no. If you shake my hand, you could feel that I've been outside. Now my hand's not as rough as they used to be. Okay, but you still can feel that, hey, he did work outside. You understand? You shake my hand. I think all young men should have a time working outside, doing what men do. You just should. Because see, at this stage in the game, I really appreciate being here. Because being outside at this age now, oh no, it's way too hot for that. I prioritize my sleep. Working nights, I couldn't do that no more. I got to be in the bed. You understand what I'm saying? So, but I made good money in my career. I can't lie about that. I made good money in my career in the petrochemical industry. And I'll tell anybody, that's a good industry to go in. And also the contractor side of the petrochemical industry, good. You got your welders as contractors, you got your general contracting, you got all kinds of different contractors that's in there, right, in those plants. And if you're here in the Houston area, good and well that's where a lot of the jobs are at, and you're going to make good money. Now, you get in that industry, and for instance, or any industry, and if you got a job that'll do tuition reimbursement, and you can move up in the company, but you're going to school for that particular thing, and they're going to reimburse you, and not you being student loan debt, then that's cool, because you're going to be reimbursed with your tuition. They're going to pay for it. You got to be smart if you're going to go to college, bro. And if you're not going to, at the minimum, do community college so you can save money. If you're going to do it, do everything you can to save money, brothers and sisters. But today, just to tell a kid, go to college, you're going to get a good job and all that with a degree, unless you about to become a doctor, nurse, something like that. No, you talking about you gonna get a psychology degree? You gonna be working at Walmart. You understand? You better play it smart. I would never tell my kids just to go to college just because. College got to be a financial investment decision. Because I tell you this much, I'm not wasting my money. When my little girl go to college, my little one, when it's time for her to go, I'm like, what you gonna go to school for? I want to know. I'm not going to help you pay for no degree that you're not going to make no money. I'll teach my child already. If you're not going to make 80,000 minimum to 100,000 coming out of college, entry level making that, then you need to figure something else out. It's the bottom line. But yeah, as of 2025, you telling the kid just go to school and they're going to get a good job and all of that, he's right. It would be a lie at this point.